That sounds alright though, because that's like halfway in the volume on this now. That came out pretty clear, so cool. Let's go stick with that.
Alright. It's on Kanye, right?
Yeah.
Oh, easy. I don't know what to say about this man together. Anything I say will sound like I'm defending it.
You know what?
But here I go.
We might end up being quite similar in that respect. I'm not even gonna lie. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. Boy.
Because I know what he was saying.
Because I watched the full... Wait. Alright guys, so let's actually get into it before we start wasting good conversation. So we can't be doing that. So welcome to another episode of Talk About It. As always, the two soul survivors.
Cheers.
Bryn.
Royal Rumble type.
Yep. Oh. Almost turned into Schultz, isn't it? Give me your phone. Let me show you how to turn it. Oh, he's so patronising. So yeah, Bryn and Visa's in the house as always.
Damn straight.
We got to start off talking about Yeezy and his comments from, it was a couple of weeks back now?
Yes.
When you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. Like
When the Charlemagne interview came out,
Which is
I
a good
watched
interview.
it. It was a very good interview. And I think they tried to give him some, they tried to give him a hard time in the Joe Budden podcast. I saw a little snippet of what they were talking about. Trying to give Charlemagne a hard time. But I think for something that wasn't planned, it was just like a non sort of organized thing. I think he did a good job. And what do you ask? I don't know.
It must have been planned because he had his little papers ready with his questions and there was a good quality camera as well.
Why? Yeah, but come on. Why are they going to have around the house?
No cameras like that. Jeez.
No. I mean, I heard it wasn't planned.
Okay.
He was going to LA and Kanye West found that he was in LA, so he called him out and they did it.
Oh, fair enough then.
So for something that wasn't planned, I think it was very good. I thought I understand him a little bit more. That's what I personally thought. It's still a little bit odd. You know, I thought him to be a bit dramatic in certain answers and the way he would pause and stuff like that.
I just think he didn't know what to say in those moments.
Yeah, I just found
Like, genuinely.
mm.
Because I've heard people saying like, oh, you know, it's good that, you know, the pause kind of builds suspense.
Yeah, I think he was building suspense. I didn't think he didn't know what to talk.
I just feel
Man
like
was building suspense.
there were some points when he was trying to appear like he was thinking and being thoughtful, and I think there were just times when he just didn't know what to say because the question genuinely was like,
Yeah, I think
answer it?
I think when he asked him about the Trump stuff, he didn't know how to reply.
yeah,
Yeah, but some of the times he didn't know how to reply, and he was just building suspense. You know.
I feel like watching that interview, it did change my opinion of him slightly actually.
Yeah.
Because I had a much more negative opinion of him prior to that interview.
I mean, I've never had a negative opinion of him, as you know.
True.
I've never.
It's true, but I mean, like
I still don't.
But like the rants and all that he used to do on the stage and so on and so forth, like,
But
and the level of arrogance that he has.
rap the new rock and roll. We culture. Rap is the new rock and roll. We the rock stars.
It's been like that now for a minute.
It's been like that for a minute, Hedy Stamane. It's been like that for a minute.
And
We the real rock stars, and I'm the biggest of all of them. I'm the #1 rock star on the planet.
I think
Okay, but then
we're just used to people having false humility.
Okay,
do
so then-
you think that Michael Jackson didn't know that he was the greatest of all
all right,
time?
so let me
Do you
ask.
think that Prince didn't know? He
Wait,
was
so
the
let me
greatest
ask you.
of all
Let me
time?
ask you a question. Is Cristiano Ronaldo justified?
No.
Why?
Because I think that he's not the greatest of all
But
time.
he backs it
And no, he backs it up as being one of the greatest of all time. Absolutely. If he says I am one of the greatest of all time, brilliant. If he says I am the greatest of all time, he's not. He's not justified.
In your opinion,
No. He's not justified.
why?
Because I think that stats and general consensus, because there is some disagreement, just like some people think that Prince was better than Michael. But general consensus and stats suggest that Messi, potentially...
All right, but then
If he was a World Cup,
we
then he
can
was
turn back
all
to
time.
Kanye now and say the same thing. Like,
I mean, but the thing
there's
is...
better out there than him.
No, but there are. My argument is that if he says he's a genius, he's a genius. That you can't contest.
No, fair
But
enough.
that's what I think you can't contest.
But
He's
for
a
me, the
genius.
thing is, like, regardless of what your ability level is,
He can say it. It's just like Zlatan says he's great, but I've also heard him say Messi's brilliant. And that's what you don't hear from someone like Cristiano Ronaldo, and that's what you do, for example, hear from someone like Kanye West. This person is my icon. This person is brilliant.
Yeah, no,
so there's
I
levels.
understand that,
There's
but my
levels.
thing is, like, he has this idea
that he's a genius.
that
and
he's
he
a
is.
genius.
And he is.
No, but the thing is, that you can have that idea and you can believe yourself to be whatever you want to believe yourself to be.
Like that. When someone comes up and says something like, I am a god, everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god.
That's just the way he is.
See, but this is where my opinion of him changed before, because we don't have any of that context before this interview. All we have is Kanye West.
You didn't have that context
A
because you
lot-
weren't a bigger
But,
fan.
no, but no, see, when you
A lot
take,
of people didn't, but people that have
no,
followed
but
him
the thing
did
is,
have
yeah,
that
when
context.
you have fandom,
Yeah.
that changes people's opinions of something,
Okay,
right?
but I'm not
so
like
you're
as
always.
super
I'm not
fan.
saying you, but
Yeah.
like a lot of people always look for, like, people are still out here bumping and grinding to R. Kelly tunes.
Because that
Because
music
of-
is genius.
It's genius, but because of fandom, right? Like, there's a big aspect of it now, like, looking at Spotify dropping all of his
From their
music
playlists.
From their playlists.
Yes, let's get that right.
No, but, like, from
Yeah.
their official playlist,
Yeah,
right?
which is fine.
Which is
We'll
fine.
just still go and search it.
Yeah, but you can still, you can still go and search
Yeah.
it. But the thing is, like, that kicked up so much of a fuss, and the people that are complaining.
I'll
aside
tell you
from-
why. I know this has got nothing to do with Kanye West. Because what they said, and even with regards to Tentacion guy, they said that hateful content. Explain to me, if this is the official reasoning you're giving, explain to me where the hateful content is in R. Kelly's music.
Feeling tough down here.